Hey, I got to tell you guys, I love Exodus. Exodus is some seriously epic stuff. It is amazing. They even made a really cool movie about it. It had Charlton Heston. He was rocking the beard. He was rocking the really cool bathrobe. Yeah, and all this really cool stuff is happening. There's this breathtaking escape. There are plagues. There's this chase scene. There are frogs. It's facial hair and frogs, and it's just really cool stuff. I mean, what more would you want in a movie? Here's Charlton Heston, and he's wearing the bathrobe, and he's talking in this really deep voice, "Let my people go so they can join the NRA." And he just, it's amazing stuff. But the really more than all of that, even though that stuff is really cool, the chase scene is cool, the escape scene is cool, the water, everything is really cool. But more than all that, Exodus is really just a story of God rescuing his people. That's what it's all about. And we are in Exodus chapter 2. And it's been hundreds of years since Joseph has been alive. And the children of Israel are living in Egypt. And they're living there as aliens. They're strangers. They are outsiders. We all know what that feels like. We know what it's like to be an outsider. We know what it's like to be a stranger, to walk into a room and nobody know you. It's not a good thing. That's how they're living in Egypt. And they're living as slaves. And something is happening because they're growing. They're growing in number, and there's getting to be more and more of them. And they're starting to make Pharaoh really nervous. He's getting a little scared. He's getting pretty insecure. He's getting a little crazy. It's kind of a dangerous combo. Okay, and he's jealous because he sees that they're getting bigger. He sees that they're getting more powerful and stronger. Then the more he tries to hold them back, the more he tries to hold them down, the stronger they get. And so Pharaoh sends out this decree because he's crazy jealous. And he sends out this decree. And the decree is this: every baby Hebrew boy has to be killed. They have to be thrown into the Nile River. It's really harsh stuff. This guy clearly has some issues. And so about the same time, a nice little Jewish lady by the name of Jochebed, which is a really cool biblical kind of name, she has this baby boy. And she keeps him hidden because she doesn't want him to be killed. She keeps him hidden for about 3 months until he gets too big and too loud to hide anymore. So she takes him and puts him in a basket. She makes this cool little basket and takes him down to the river and puts him in this basket. So Moses is the world's first basket case. Okay, so here he is. He's floating in the river. About the same time, Pharaoh's daughter is down in the river taking a bath. She sees the baby. She takes the baby. She ends up adopting the baby. So here we've got some crazy biblical irony going on because Moses becomes the grandson of the very man who was trying to kill him. It's pretty wild stuff. So she takes the baby. She names him Moses because it's similar to the Hebrew term for to lift out. And she lifted him out of the river. And God is going to use Moses to lift his people out. To lift his people out of a dark place. To lift his people out of bondage and slavery. So here's Moses. And another cool little ironic twist is that his mom, remember, Jochebed, she is hired by Pharaoh's daughter to take care of Moses for about the first 2 to 4 years of his life. So it's pretty crazy. She gets to take care of her own baby, and she gets paid for it. God's got a crazy imagination. He's wild. Okay, so Exodus is really, it's an amazing story. But it's really just a big picture. A little picture of the big picture. God is all about rescuing his people. He was then, he still is. He still lifts us out. So have hope today. Realize that whatever you're going through, there is a God who is going to lift you out of the dark place. He's going to lift you out of the dark situation, out of the bondage. And he has come to set his people free. God bless you. Giddy up. Have a great day.